Imagine waking up one morning, rushing out the door, and thinking, it's just breakfast, I'll eat later. But what if this tiny decision, one you barely pay attention to, quietly sets off a chain reaction in your body? One that shapes your energy, mood, cravings, metabolism, and even your weight throughout the entire day. What really happens inside you when you skip breakfast is far more surprising than most people ever realize. Think of your body like a smartphone. When you open your eyes in the morning, you're not starting at a full battery. You're somewhere around 60 or 70% because your body has been working all night repairing, detoxifying, balancing hormones, and keeping your heart beating. Breakfast isn't just a meal, it's your morning charger. And when you skip it, your brain immediately switches into a low-power mode, trying to protect your remaining energy without you even noticing. And that quiet shift is just the beginning. As the morning goes on, your blood sugar starts dipping. Slowly at first, then suddenly. That's the moment your mood changes for what seems like no reason. Your focus blurs. You reread the same line. Small frustrations feel unusually big. It's not because your day is bad. It's because your brain is sending out a distress signal. When you skip breakfast, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, just to keep you alert and functioning. So that morning irritability you sometimes feel, that's not your personality. That's biology trying to compensate for the fuel you didn't give it. But here's where things get even more interesting. Your metabolism doesn't just slow down, it becomes uncertain. When your body doesn't get any morning fuel, it starts wondering if it should conserve energy. And the first thing it slows down is fat burning. Many people believe skipping breakfast helps them lose weight, but your body often responds in the opposite way. It becomes protective, holding onto fat because it thinks a mini famine has begun. Now let's talk about the brain, because this is where the story gets even more surprising. Your brain consumes around 20% of the energy you take in each day, and when you wake up, it needs glucose more than any other organ. When your brain doesn't get that fuel, it taps into emergency reserves. You feel that as fogginess, forgetfulness, sluggish thinking, and difficulty focusing. Have you ever wondered why you feel unusually tired by late morning on days you skip breakfast? It's because your brain has been running on reserve mode since the moment you woke up. But there's a twist that most people never hear about. Skipping breakfast activates something called compensation eating. You don't decide this, your brain does it for you. By lunchtime, your hunger hormones, especially ghrelin, the I'm starving hormone, shoot up. Suddenly everything looks delicious. You crave sweets, salty snacks, heavy carbs, anything fast and comforting. It feels like your personal craving, but it's not. It's your body trying to recover from the stress of missing that first meal. And then comes the part almost no one talks about, the insulin effect. When you skip breakfast, your cells become slightly more resistant to insulin for the rest of the day. That means the same meal you would have eaten in the morning now spikes your blood sugar more aggressively and gets stored more easily. Especially as fat, your body is essentially saying, you didn't feed me earlier, so now I'm storing extra just in case you do it again. Imagine repeating this cycle daily. Quietly and slowly, it influences your weight, energy, cravings, and mood in ways you never thought were connected to breakfast. But there's more. Your gut runs on a schedule, and breakfast acts like the morning signal that tells your digestive system, okay, let's get moving. When you skip it, digestion slows down. That's why many people feel heavy, bloated, or unusually sluggish on days they skip breakfast. Not immediately, but hours later. Your gut thrives on routine, and breakfast is its wake-up call. Here's another twist that surprises almost everyone. Skipping breakfast affects your mood far more than it affects your stomach. Multiple studies show that people who skip breakfast consistently have higher levels of irritability, anxiety, and lower emotional stability throughout the day. And it makes perfect sense. When your brain doesn't get the fuel it needs, it focuses on survival, not emotional regulation. That means it becomes harder to stay patient, calm, or mentally sharp. It's not mental weakness, it's physiology. Now, if you absolutely have to skip breakfast sometimes, you can still reduce the negative effects. Start your day with a glass of water to rehydrate your brain. Later, choose a small protein or fiber-rich snack, something like nuts, yogurt, fruit, or even a boiled egg, to steady your blood sugar. And try to avoid diving straight into sugary foods at lunchtime, because that's the exact moment your body is most likely to store them as fat. At this point, you might wonder, is breakfast really that important? And the truth is, it's not about having a big fancy morning meal. It's simply about sending your body a message that says, you're safe. Here's your fuel. You can relax. You don't need to stress or conserve energy. That tiny signal can shift everything, from your hormones to your hunger, from your energy to your mood. Skipping breakfast isn't a crime. Many people do it unintentionally, but doing it consistently places your body under stress it was never designed to handle. And the ripple effect shows up in your energy levels, metabolism, cravings, mood, and even your waistline. So tomorrow morning, when you wake up and feel tempted to skip breakfast again, remember this quiet story your body tries to tell you every single day. I don't need much. Just a little fuel to start the engine. That one small choice might be the simplest, most powerful habit you'll build for better health. And if this helped you understand your body a little better, imagine what the next video will do. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who always skips breakfast. It might just change how they start their mornings forever.